What's going on with this is that CJ So Cool is what I like to call an OG YouTuber. Anybody that's been in the game for longer than I would say 6, 7 years, I would consider an OG YouTuber. I would consider myself an OG YouTuber. Got multiple different channels, been doing this for a long time. I've reinvented myself multiple different times based off of my circumstances. And I would think that my audience have grown with me. Let me say that again. My audience has grown with me. I don't make content for children and then those children age out. And I kind of look at CJ So Cool situation like the child stars, the child actors, a thing that you got great for or you got big for. Your audience then grew up. They 20, 21, 22, 23 years old. And so they're in college and stuff now. And so they're not necessarily into the family drama and things like that. Even when you think about stuff that is blew up during the pandemic, right? I remember when the Fresh and Fits and people was enamored by the fact that, oh my God, he kicked some women out of the door and all of that type of stuff. I don't really think that people care about that or they checking for that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't watched Fresh and Fit at all. I mean, I wasn't their target audience and demographic at all anyway. But I think that people want to grow. They want to evolve. They want to change. And so I would rather my audience stay loyal and grow slowly and they change with me than for them to outgrow me and completely leave me alone. However, right, I haven't been following CJ So Smooth. I don't watch his content. It's not for me, but I am aware of who he is and the impact that he's made as a YouTuber and how a lot of other people have followed in his footsteps. As of today, he has over 9 million subscribers. I don't know what his engagement is like, but I do know that there was a video that showed up on my algorithm the other day that basically him talked about him being depressed and then ultimately going broke. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I'm going to fast forward to the point where he actually speaks about the money aspect of it because this is I think it's like a 20-something minute video. And he also put on this why this will be my last video. As of the recording of this video, got over 9 million subscribers, like I said. And I want to play one of who used to be one of his friends that then commented on his situation. And then I'm going to give my thoughts on it to help y'all to understand why you don't believe in rappers, YouTubers, entertainers, because eventually they all going broke and they financially illiterate. Don't believe what they sharing with you as far as all of the optics. Only pay attention to what really happens when they show you the receipts. But he's now saying this is going to be his last video. And I don't know if that's clickbait or not, but I want to fast forward over into a point of the video where he kind of talks about him being depressed and his finances, all right?
Pay some cash. If I pay for somebody dinner, if I pay for somebody's stuff in Walmart, Target, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real blessing. And blessings feel good. So if you're depressed and you can afford to bless somebody, even if it's small, go out and do that. Try that. Try helping a homeless person because they really depressed. There's always levels to everything. There's levels to success. There's levels to depression. And you can be a top tier depressed motherfucker, but there's always going to be somebody more depressed than you. Trust me. So some of y'all may think, man, I'm going through it. But look at me. I've been going through it. So we all depressed. Not all of us, because I know I keep saying that, but some of y'all good. I know y'all going to be in the comments like, I'm good. I don't got no worries in life. But that's you. Some of us do have actual problems, and we actually think about it all the time, which causes depression. I got PTSD. I was shot. Y'all know I was in the Navy. A lot of stuff I went through in the Navy, I ain't never talked about. Got PTSD from that. Y'all know I grew up in the murder capital, Gary, Indiana. I was born in the 80s. I was raised in the 90s. Look it up. I was raised around murder and drug usage. Y'all know about my parents, how they was. Y'all know everything about me. So imagine how much depression I've been sitting on for how many years. And now I'm finally able to talk about it. So hopefully you guys are connecting with this video in a way you've never connected before. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Hopefully I hit some good points for you guys. And if there's more that you need from this topic, just comment. Just comment. I'm not ashamed to come out and talk about it anymore. It happened now. It's over. We done did the hard part. I know I'm gonna have haters. I hope to God I don't make it to no shade room posts, none of them people, because you know they like to cut things, make them real short and specific, and make you look crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm doing good. I get my kids on Thursday. We going to have a good time like we always do. And as long as I'm working out, eating healthy, and smiling, just know I'm in a better place than I was last month, and the month before that, and the month before that. Because technically, I've been depressed since September 2023, but nobody didn't know that. As soon as 2K came out, I indulged in it. I never looked back. I stopped working in. So last year in September, I really stopped working. Y'all probably remember I ain't do no videos for months. Then I was going through the custody battle with the twins' mom. That alone added a ton of depression. So anybody going through anything like that, I feel you. I know exactly what you're going through. And trust me, you are not alone. It's a lot of women out there, a lot of men out there going through the same thing. So one thing hit me after another. It just kept hitting me and it never stopped. The next thing I know, my income went from I was making $200,000 a month to $100,000 a month to $30,000 a month to whatever. I'm like, whoa, I ain't used to this.
After all of that, and I want to preface this by saying I'm never one to kick somebody while they down. I believe in battling when it comes to content creation, and I'm a better content creator than you. I'm going to do bigger numbers than you on live streams or whatever like that. We're going to work. We're going to see who better over a period of time. But as far as personal issues with people, when they going through stuff, when they having financial issues, when they dealing with stuff with family, I tend to try to stay away from that because, again, I don't have any personal ill will towards people, especially people that I don't know. But when you decide to put the information out there, I have to react to it, right? And so I believe personally that all of this perceived depression, and I think that people overuse certain words. They overuse depression. They overuse toxic masculinity. They overuse narcissism. They overuse a lot of different words, right? Anybody could say that they depressed because they ain't got no more money, or their income streams is dried up, or people not responding to their videos like they think that they used to, where they got a lot of overhead and it's not making out to where it's supposed to be. But of course people going to say, oh, I'm depressed because I used to make $200,000 a year. Now I don't really make no money. I mean, $200,000 a month. Now I don't make no money. Of course you're going to be depressed. And again, I think that CJ is a great content creator, so he going to probably figure it out. He said later on in his video that he's going to make a new channel and all of this stuff. But people are always going to say that they feeling some type of way when their money source dry up. Of course, you're going to feel depressed when you get laid off, all of that stuff. It's just an overused word in my opinion. The reality is that for a long time, people was up and they did not make the right investments while they was there. They didn't repivot. They didn't rebrand themselves. They stayed too involved in the drama. And again, I think that he'll be fine. He got an audience. He going to figure it out. As long as you stay working, and that's another one of the reasons that I think that people fall off, is that they stop working and then they just start focusing on the things that they think makes the most sense to them. They stop working. They stop evolving. They stop being in tune with what's happening out here as far as the different changing tastes and what people want and all of that stuff. They stop sharing their life. They keep on trying to beat on the same horse for too long of a time. And then people can see it and they fall away from you and they fall into something else that's more conducive for their life. And so, you know, when you go from making $200,000 a month to less than, to making the same amount as a person that work in corporate America, maybe, depending on how much effort you put into it, yeah, you're going to say that you're depressed. But here's the biggest thing that I want y'all to take away from this before we go over to Bandman Kevo. Here's the biggest thing to take away from this situation. All right? Bandman Kevo, well, let's go over to Bandman Kevo and let's get his take on this. And then we'll go from there. All right? Now remember, Bandman Kevo and Omi and the Hellcat and all of those dudes, they used to create content together. They went and visited each other. Yo, we got the jewelry, we got the cars, we running it up and all of this stuff. And now they turned against each other and now they feeling some type of way about each other. And so I don't know who's talked about who first, but now Bandman Kevo went on a live, I think yesterday, to explain why CJ's so cool as a person that used to be his friend, to explain why he went broke. Check it out.
Reasons why like CJ's so cool, like fell off bad because after him and Royalty had got into it or whatever about the kids, which was really his main source, his only income, literally. The man's only income was dealing with kids, right? Jesus so if Christ. Somebody takes these kids away from you, they automatically take over 75% of your income from you, which you are used to making. That's first of all. Second of all, if you turn around and then you start getting loans on money that's not there and you're not good with money management, you're going to automatically fall off. You know what I mean? That's the reason why.
Why would people get a loan on money that's not like if you was getting at any point 200 bands a month? I don't understand it. A, you do not change your lifestyle unless you paying cash for stuff. B, you keep the same. And again, I think that a lot of times people got it too fast. They got it too early. And I don't know how true what Man Cabo is saying. But a lot of times people get it too fast. They get it too early. And so they don't appreciate it. And they think that it's going to last forever. And it may last forever, or it may last for a long time, or you might even grow. But you don't adjust your lifestyle to fit that. You spend according to whatever you make, and you pay cash for everything, and you allocate 75, 80, 90. If you're making $200,000 a month, all right, let's assume that you're making $200,000 a month. I mean, that's a wild number for people to really take into consideration. I generate well over $200,000 a month. I don't know why they only generate $200,000 a month and they got over 9 million subscribers. I generate well over $200,000 a month. I generate 120, 130 every month just from 2 channels alone. And that ain't even got nothing to do with my other stuff. And I don't mind showing my receipts. I can show my receipts all day long. I'll log into myself right now and show you the type of money. How was they only generating 200 bands a month? That's weird to me, bro. I generate 120 just off of 2 channels, and that ain't even got nothing to do with my other channels. I don't have no problem showing my numbers. I'm going to log in right now. So, I don't know why they generating so little revenue when they had these huge followings and these huge channels. They don't really know how to monetize. You got 9 million subscribers. You only making $200,000 a month on YouTube. That's crazy to me. Anyways, neither here nor there. And that's just a couple different channels. But, and again, I break all of this down inside of the Patreon, how to monetize things and how to make as much money as possible. But more importantly, forget the amount of money that you're making, what you doing with it. My personal expenses is still less than $3,000-$4,000 a month. My personal expenses is still less than $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Every dime that I get, I throw into my investments, and I tell people all the time, hey, yo, listen, I'm gonna go broke every month. I'm gonna go broke every month because every single dime that I get, it's gonna go into real estate. It's gonna go into my brokerage account. And this is the stuff that we talk about on the Patreon. If y'all not a part of the Bag Chasers, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. But if you getting $200,000 a month, you only supposed to live off of maybe 5% of it, tops 10%. 10% is a lot. That means you're living off of $20,000 a month. I don't need no big mansions. I don't need none of that. If I can't write it off as a business expense, don't even talk to me about it. So it's a lot of people that need to spend more time becoming financially literate. And if you wind up going broke, if you can't take away what you did, if you ran up over $200,000 a month for 2 to 3 years, I understand the first year you're trying to figure it out. Hey, maybe you want to get a couple toys, cool. But if you can't after 2 or 3 years be able to walk away from this and never have to work again and let your investments continue to multiply and the rental properties that you've bought and your portfolio and stuff like that, and be able to put your kids, pay off all of your debt and your daughter's college funds is funded and stuff like that. If you can't live off of that and you broke and you taking out $1 million loans, $2 million, $3 million loans, we got a bigger problem on our hands than what kind of content you creating. We got a bigger problem on our hands than what type of content you created. And so it's the same thing with these athletes. It's the same thing with these YouTubers. It's the same things with these rappers. They all got the same mindset, the same lifestyle. They want to change. They want to get the big house that costs a whole lot of property taxes. And again, I ain't counting their money. I'm just going based off of what they shared with us. These people are not financially literate, so we pedestalize them as a culture and we say, oh man, look at what they're doing. I don't care about what you made. I care about how much you keep. My net worth is always going to destroy the majority of these people. And that's why I show my receipts. I have no problem showing my receipts, and that's why I document my lifestyle. I show y'all how I invest my money. I show y'all what my brokerage accounts are. I show y'all I still, with the type of revenue that I generate, I still work a regular job. I have 8 streams of income. Don't believe me? All you got to do is go to the Patreon. I just did a video. The last video that I dropped on the Patreon was breaking down why I make millions on millions and millions every single year while my net worth is in the deck of millions. I anticipate probably within the next 8 years, I should be well over $100 million in net worth, how I keep the majority of it, why I work my ass off even though I'm already there, why I still have a regular job so y'all can know exactly what I make on there. I show my W-2s on that. I'm still dialed into my regular job, and people be laughing at me like, I can't believe Anton got a regular job, because I'm not an idiot. I'm not financially illiterate. I'm not dependent on any one source, any 2 sources, any 3 sources in order for me to run it up. I don't buy chains. I wear a black t-shirt and Levi's. I got on joggers, polo joggers, my Yeezy slides that's very, very comfortable that I get it in with, and I get a nice watch because my watch is, and I don't bust down my watch. I got, this is my Sky Dweller, Rose Gold Sky Dweller. It keeps its value. It appreciates over time. It keeps its value. And the date is wrong. And it's not even, we need to update the date or whatever, but all of my watches keep its value. Its worth is just as much, if not more, than what I paid for it brand new. So let me go into this a little bit more. I'm going to let Kevo explain it, and then I'm going to start taking phone calls.
Why? You feel me? He fell off real bad type shit.
I ain't got my toes out.
But
I got
that's
black
what's so
socks
crazy,
on.
though. You got to know how to manage money. You got to definitely
I got a hole in my sock, but I got black socks
surrounding
on.
yourself with the right people, man. Most of the people that come around you will be like fake haters.
I'm a regular
fake,
person like everybody else.
And when I came around, he was damn near asking me, like, man, bro, I'm fucked up right now. You think I can get a loan and this and that? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what you mean? Like, type shit. So when I got around him, he had met this guy named Big Al. When he got into it with Big Al said he worked with a company or whatever that can get him loans on his YouTube channel and this and that. And he was like, man, bro, what you think I should do? I'm like, shit, I don't really know. That's on you. If you can afford to pay these people back, shit, do it. But at the same time, seeing one of your biggest YouTubers go broke is crazy. Now, if we pay attention to everything, like I said, dealing with the kids, you got to think about it like this. You got three kids by one girl. She takes all the kids away from you. This your only source of income. Me, I say, man, won't you just find some other people who you can use their kids, or just go to get around a lot of kids to make money. But instead, you try to do this relationship goal shit with Lexi.
This is all dumb. Well, first of all, with friends like this, who need enemies? That's number one. And number two, gossip girls telling everybody's personal business. That's something that you don't do. I'm not talking about nobody else's relationship. If they share and a spouse is online and they talking about it, then I'll react to that content. But I'm not about to be talking about somebody else's relationship, kids, all of that stuff. That's messy. But third, again, I think that all of these people is messy. I don't believe that they actually understand being financially secure for the rest of your life. They running it up. They spending it as fast as they get it. And as soon as it go down a little bit and they have to pare down their lifestyle, they got to come online and say, oh my God, I've reduced myself.